Western Mass News team coverage continues following the president's diagnosis. His doctor reports he's received an antibody cocktail infusion and remains fatigued. Western Mass News reporter Sabrina Riley getting us answers on what would happen if his condition worsens.
In the world, the leader of the free world, so it's everyone is watching.
All eyes are on President Trump following the news that he and First Lady Melania Trump have tested positive for COVID-19.
Of course, there's early stages for the President Trump's illness. The fact that he is 74 years old and he is obese, these are two risk factors that could complicate his COVID journey.
And while White House doctors say his symptoms shouldn't hold him back from carrying out his duties, if they do, local AIC history professor Bob Raven-Seeger explains there is a plan in place for who will be in charge.
I started thinking about the 25th Amendment, and the 25th Amendment was passed in the 60s following the assassination of President Kennedy, and it was really to deal with matters of succession.
He says the 25th Amendment states that if the president is incapacitated due to a medical procedure or long-term health condition, the vice president would be the one to step in and take over, just like George H.W. Bush did after the assassination attempt on President Ronald Reagan. He says during Trump's term as president, this amendment has already been contemplated when there were questions about his mental stability.
That didn't end up happening.
Professor Raven-Seeger tells Western Mass News that throughout history there have been few times where this amendment has been needed.
There's never been quite a situation like this exactly. It happened with Woodrow Wilson in 1919 when he suffered a severe stroke, but the knowledge was kept from the American people by and large, and the White House was really run by his wife Edith for the last year and a half of his presidency.
And in history, there's only been one other time an illness has impacted an election.
In 1872, the Democratic candidate running against President Grant died in October, shortly before the election, and it was too late to take his name off the ballot. It didn't really affect the outcome, although some people did, of course, cast ballots for a dead man.
For Western Mass News, I'm Sabrina Riley.